According to the Child Crime Prevention and Safety Center, there are 500,000 child predators active online each day. 89% of sexual advances directed towards children occur in chat rooms or in instant messages. Social media sites create easy access to children for child predators. Studies show that 96% of teens are using some form of social media app. Even 82% of kids aged 5 to 7 spend time on social media daily. Just when you think you know the apps that present danger and have equipped your kids with the knowledge to be safe, another one comes along. How do you keep up? The U.S. Department of Homeland Security is investigating how TikTok handles child sexual abuse material. The Department of Justice is reviewing privacy features that are being exploited by child predators. Between 2019 and 2021, the number of TikTok-related child exploitation investigations has increased sevenfold. Instagram has 3.4 million reports of child abuse material. What are parents supposed to do?
A lot of people don't know is how the algorithms work to serve up content that the app thinks you want to see or thinks you're going to remain engaged and interacted with. And even if you knew how the algorithms worked, do you have the controls to change it and to turn it off? We've all had the experience of, as we say, going down the rabbit hole. But what if that content was increasingly negative and harmful to your mental health? That is why Maryland lawmakers and others are saying more needs to be done to force these social media companies to put in the controls that kids and parents need. Take a look at some of the research, specifically from the Harvard School of Public Health and others, that have revealed that these platforms on social media, they really tailor those social media feeds to what the algorithm thinks a user should see more of. And they use techniques to help keep users engaged. And this can lead to what researchers call a dangerous spiral of negative comparison and hook vulnerable teens in. The Maryland Age-Appropriate Design Code Act would restrict data collection and profiling of young users so they wouldn't know what these kids like and want. And they would also require the highest privacy settings as the default, so you would have to physically turn them off instead of having to turn them on. For example, here's some of the things the law would want to do. It wants to make TikTok turn off the ability for strangers to message kids. Google would have to make Safe Search the default setting, and YouTube would have to disable autoplay by default for users under the age of 18. And as I mentioned, national level looking into this as well. There will also be a hearing on Capitol Hill tomorrow as the Senate will look into some of the challenges here to protect children's safety online.
If you have young kids, chances are you've heard of the online video game Roblox. It gives kids a chance to create their own world. But cybersecurity experts say kids aren't the only ones playing.
There could be someone on that platform posing as a child or trying to take advantage of a child.
Caitlin Clark says that very scenario happened to her 8-year-old daughter. She says a child predator convinced her to give them her phone number, and then the conversation took an even more disturbing turn.
He kept asking her for hot videos, and I mean, she would send just like an innocent picture of herself or like an innocent video, but you could tell like he kept still wanting more, that wasn't what he was looking for.
Experts say it comes down to this. You need to be aware of what your child is doing at all times, including putting privacy settings on their phones and tablets and disabling any chat features on these games.
Children really have to understand that they don't know who they're really talking to online.
Clark says she was already doing most of that beforehand, but she's being extra cautious from here on out and hopes other parents are as well.
I'm still trying to go through all of her electronics before she can have anything back.
Because when it comes to your children playing on the internet, it's not always fun and games.
Make sure they're not chatting with anybody that they don't know and to just turn off the chat settings altogether.
There is help. Apps like Bark are available to monitor kids' phones 24/7.
For even the most tech-savvy of parents, keeping up with all the latest apps your kid wants to download can be a real struggle. How do you know which ones are potentially dangerous and can expose your kid to all sorts of inappropriate content? Hi, I'm Caroline, Senior Growth Marketing Manager at Bark, a parental controls company. To help parents out, we've researched and compiled a list of 5 of the most dangerous apps for kids today. Some you may recognize, but a few may surprise you. Number 1, Snapchat. Kicking off our dangerous apps list is one that most parents are probably familiar with. Snapchat popularized the trend of disappearing messages. However, kids may not always understand that nothing really disappears on the internet. In addition to nudes, Snapchat also presents other dangers for teens. The GPS-powered Snap Map enables friends and potentially even strangers to know your child's exact location. There's also been a recent uptick in drug dealers using Snapchat to connect with young people. Number 2, Discord. Discord is a huge place for teens to hang out and talk about gaming. It's a messaging platform that's very similar to Slack and features chat rooms, direct messaging, voice chat, and video calls. Users can join different servers, and within each server are different channels. Think of these like chat rooms. So why is Discord so dangerous? Because it can expose kids to all sorts of inappropriate content, from hate speech and porn to bullying and online predators. Bark's 2021 annual report found Discord consistently in the top 5 platforms where bullying, suicidal ideation, body image, and more took place. And even though it's popular among teens, Discord is used by more than just kids, which means that adult content on the app is rampant. It can be easy for kids to get involved in a Discord server and make friends and then be influenced by sketchy adults. Number 3, Omegle. Omegle is an anonymous video chatting platform that pairs you with a complete stranger. Children have been known to go on Omegle in groups looking for excitement during a sleepover, much like our generation did with prank calls or AOL chat rooms. But what they find on Omegle can be extremely dangerous. Kids can be exposed to nudity and even real-life sex acts on screen. Predators can lurk on the site, grooming children and saving photos and videos from their encounters. On this list, Omegle is the only app with no redeeming value. Its only function is to communicate with strangers. Number 4, Kik. Kik is a free instant messaging and chat app. The company states that it's for kids 13 and older, but the App Store rates it as inappropriate for anyone younger than 17. This is because of the vast amount of sexual content the app can expose kids to. If you don't use Kik exclusively to chat with friends, you already know you're left with nothing but strangers and chat rooms. Because of this, the potential for predation is enormous with Kik. As such, it's definitely not a messaging app for kids. Number 5, Hoop. What is Hoop? Think of it like Tinder meets Snapchat, almost literally. The app allows kids as young as 12 to form connections with total strangers. By swiping through profiles, which include the person's age, gender, and photos, users can pick who they like to start a conversation with. They can then request that person's Snapchat username with the tap of a button to continue the conversation there. While adults are also able to use the app, Hoop claims that users over 18 won't be shown kids' profiles and vice versa. Still, kids can obviously lie about their age, as can adults. How to talk about it. Usually, kids just want to keep up with the apps that their friends are using. We recommend sitting down with your child and talking through any new apps they'd like to download. Discuss the pros and cons of each, keeping in mind that because everyone else has it isn't the best of reasons. Be sure to listen to what they have to say. Their research and passion may surprise you. If you're worried about apps like these, Bark can help. Our powerful web blocking tool lets you choose which apps your kid can use. We'll even alert you if they sign up for an account on another device. Visit www.bark.us to learn more and start your free 1-week trial.